welcome back to Frenchies Bakery. Today we are going to be making some pumpkin baked donuts. Oh my gosh, they are going to be so freaking good. My mouth is watering. And we're going to be topping them with a cream cheese glaze. And it is just going to be absolutely scrumptious. So the first thing we are going to do is work on the donuts, and I'm going to tell you all the ingredients, and then when they're baking, we will move on to the cream cheese glaze. So we'll move on to those ingredients later. I want to show you guys the pan that I'm going to be using today. It is huge. I can't believe I found it. It holds 20 donuts, so this is really exciting. I'm obsessed with donuts, if you know me. Like, I'm obsessed. So this holds 20 donuts. I found it on Amazon. It was $11. If I can find the link, I will put it in the description box below. But it holds so many donuts, and I can make donuts for any party now, and that's just super hype. You also can get them at any craft store. I've seen them in the baking aisles. Every once in a while, they will have a big tray. I just never committed to getting it, and I finally got one. So they have them at Michael's. I know that for sure. They have the little 6-holder ones. So if you want to get one, you can go to either Michael's or you can order them on Amazon, and they're very cheap on Amazon. I'm assuming that the 6-holder one is like less than $9 since this one was $11. So very awesome. And we are just going to spray that with some nonstick spray, and I'll probably show you guys that step later, but that's all you're gonna need. Is just, that's my oven preheated. We are going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So I think it's telling me to hurry along. So I'm gonna zoom the camera in and show you guys the ingredients. All right, so the first thing I have here is a ½ cup of vegetable oil, and I also have 3 eggs in here, and I just put them together in a measuring cup. And then the next thing we have is 1½ cups of granulated sugar and 1½ cups of canned pumpkin puree. Here I have 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, ½ teaspoon of nutmeg, 1½ teaspoons of salt, and 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. And in here I have my all-purpose flour, so I have 1 3/4 cups. And then you are just going to take out 2 tablespoons of the flour. I know it sounds weird, but that's the direction. So make sure you take out 2 tablespoons. So now we are going to add all of our ingredients in a big mixing bowl. So I'm gonna add in the pumpkin, and we're going to add in everything except for the flour. And then we are just going to whisk this all together. All right, and then I'm going to add in half of my flour. And then I'm just going to fold this in with a spatula. And once that's incorporated, then you're gonna add in the rest of your flour. All right, and now I'm going to put the donut batter inside a piping bag. So I'm just gonna take a big scoop and put a few scoops in here. And like I said earlier, you're just going to need to spray your donut pan. So just spray it lightly with some baking spray. And then we are just going to pipe the batter in a circle around the little pan, and we are going to fill it about 3/4 of the way full. Now we are going to pop these in the oven for about 15 minutes. You can place a toothpick right in the center of it, and if it comes out clean, then you know that they are done. All right, now we are going to move on to our cream cheese glaze. This is probably gonna be the absolute best part. The first thing I have here is 2 ounces of softened cream cheese and 2 tablespoons of softened butter. And then in here, I have 1 cup of powdered sugar. And then here, 2 teaspoons of milk. And I have 1%, but you can use whatever percent you would like. So we are going to move back to the KitchenAid mixer and mix this all together. The first thing we are going to do is just mix together the butter and cream cheese until it becomes nice and soft. All right, so once your cream cheese and butter is smooth, you are then going to add in your 1 cup of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of milk. And let me tell you guys, this kitchen smells phenomenal. I'm starting to be able to smell the donuts and it smells absolutely incredible. I wish you guys could smell it. Oh my God. Okay, so we are now going to put this on low and just mix it together. And we are just going to keep adding in our teaspoons by the half until we meet the perfect consistency of the icing. So you want the mixture to resemble a thin frosting, enough for dipping, but not for pouring. So it's starting to become a pretty thick little mixture here, and I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of milk and see where that takes us. Typically, I use 1.5 teaspoons for this. I use exactly 2 teaspoons. Typically, I only do 1.5 like I was saying, but it always varies. So be sure to just add it in a half a teaspoon at a time because you don't want it to get too runny too fast and then you can't reverse that. So this is the consistency that it has. So it has a pretty good little limp peak here. So that's really what you're looking for. So let's get back to the island and get these donuts out of the oven. All right, so our donuts are cooled completely, so now we are going to dip them into our icing. So you're just going to take a donut, flip it upside down, wiggle it around in the icing just like so, and then pull it out. And we're just going to repeat this step to all of our donuts. Once you dipped all your donuts, you're going to let them sit for about 5 to 10 minutes so the icing can set up. All right, so just like that, we have these gorgeous, amazing pumpkin baked donuts, and they were so simple to make. They turned out perfect. The icing turned out perfect. It is just such a sweet and simple, easy recipe. I totally recommend this, and now I'm going to do a little taste test. I'm looking to see which one I want to try. That's like the big question. I'm gonna do this one right here. So let's see how it tastes. Wow. I was kind of expecting like for it to be really dense and like really dry on the inside, but this is the most moist thing ever. And I guess I didn't put 2 and 2 together that there's pumpkin in it, but the pumpkin makes it so incredibly moist. It's not too overpowering. The cream cheese glaze on top just makes it perfect. I am obsessed with this. This is so good. I'm so excited to take this to work and impress everybody tonight because this is the best recipe I've ever had. I am obsessed. So good. Oh my God. Not only was the smell absolutely phenomenal whenever I was baking them, and I totally wish you guys could have smelled it, but the flavor is so incredible once the finished product comes out. It's totally worth the wait. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye.